What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Talk podcast, Nerdy Talk for Nerdy Fans. I'm your host, Remington Keyes, and we got a legendary guest in the building today. This is JP Lambiase. He's a comedian, he's a cook, he's a big influencer personality on YouTube.
We've probably been talking since 2014, right?
Yeah. Since you did the video at the Big E with Damn Drops.
Yep. That's a long time ago. And man, you're all grown up.
Oh yeah, I was a little kid back then.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm living the van life. I'm in Vegas right now, and it is hot, but hey, it's like when it's 100 or 90, it feels like 60.
The last time I was out there, it was a wicked hot. We stayed like indoors for most of it because
Oh
like
yeah.
anytime
I'm
you
not
went
out.
anywhere, it was like an oven.
Did you have fun though?
Oh
Other
yeah,
than the
it
heat?
was an experience. It
It's
was
fun. Yeah, Vegas is great.
yeah. I've been to Vegas twice since then, so total
Hmm.
3 times. I love it. I would go there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I know Chris C Snacks is out there right now.
Yep. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
he does cruise ships, so he hasn't. I haven't seen him in like a month.
And one thing that we have in common is we both did a movie under Adam Sandler's like film
Oh,
thing.
Happy Madison.
Yeah. So he was in a Rob Schneider movie and I was in a David Spade movie. But I remember
Yeah.
him posting about it. I was like, oh, I watched
Yeah,
it.
that's so cool. That's so cool. And I met David Spade, so it all comes full circle, right?
Oh, what'd you meet? Oh, for the Kill Tony?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was there.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. He's a really, really good guy.
Yeah. No, he seems nice. He doesn't seem like he was like hung over that episode, so a lot of people were like wondering why he was so quiet. He was just really hung over. So
Yeah, sometimes when you're in that like kind of comedy space, it's a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, that
a
kind
lot
of
of
stuff.
partying, definitely with the Kill Tony scene, because they're all smokers and drinkers and you name it, you know?
Right.
I mean, they're doing it on, I'm not like spreading rumors or gossip, they're doing it on the show. They're like, like
Kill Tony actually killed it on the roast
the
of Tom
roast.
Brady.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. That was such a great story because it really showed Tony Hinchcliffe being more of vulnerable. Like he's
Hmm.
not like he's got a great podcast, but like even though his ranks are so high in the podcast, it was really hard for him to get on the roast. Like I watched the whole story of him like really trying to get on the show and people not really wanting them to give him like they said, yeah, just do a little bit. Don't even be on the dais. Just do a little bit. And he got out of his seat, did a quick roast, got right up on stage, and just owned it.
Yeah, he killed it, man. He was probably one of the best people who
Yeah,
came up there.
what he'd said about Bert Kreischer was so funny. The
Yeah.
Burger King, he ate the burger, like the whole King thing. It was just so good. It was so good. It was so tight, and not even and didn't bet like cross the line of being like offensive in any way. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. He was just amazing, and I'm surprised. He should be a big up and comer. You don't see him touring that often, especially
I
in my area.
think I think the thing is his podcast it's not Tony, it's Kill Tony. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's
Yeah.
two people. There's Kill Tony, and then there's Tony Hinchcliffe. And I feel like he is now buried by this giant production that he's created.
Oh yeah.
It like it buried him as a solo creator. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a band. So you know how like In Sync is a band, and it's
Yeah.
hard. Like if only one made it out of it, and Justin
I would
Timberlake.
say kind of two. Joey Fatone is
Oh, Joey,
pretty
yeah,
big.
yeah. Okay, yeah, Joey. We'll give Joey Fatone. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying,
But,
like,
but then
it's,
you try to name the other ones, and it's like
I mean, I'm a big NSYNC fan, so I definitely know the names, but yeah, that was like my childhood, though, the boy band stuff, you
I
know?
think I think I was just too young to
Yeah,
admit I missed it. You know?
yeah, you missed it. I was in high school,
Yeah.
and
Oh wow, making me feel old.
I know. I was dating girls, and I just remember like a lot of them loved and singing Backstreet, and I'm like, I like this. I like doing karaoke, so like,
I love
there's songs.
karaoke too.
Yeah,
I
yep.
did karaoke in a Tigger outfit.
Did you?
Yes. Yep.
What did you? What? Why a Tigger outfit? Just out of curiosity.
I like Tigger. And
Mm,
I had the footy
good
pajamas.
enough answer. Good enough
So,
answer. You just I thought maybe you're at like a Comic-Con or something.
No. But
I mean, I
let's
got a
get in.
Pikachu onesie, so yeah,
You have
yeah,
a
let's get
Pikachu
in.
onesie?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of onesies.
What? See,
Yeah,
we're bringing it back. We're bringing the style back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
But I want to get into more of your background. You started off on YouTube as kind of your big like success
Mhm.
story. What inspired you to start cooking and mixing your comedy with with creating healthy junk food?
Yeah, I mean that's honestly a good question because like no one asked me that, and I would say that I wanted to just do comedy. So when I was doing comedy, and I met Julia, I literally just told her, look at my page and watch my comedy, and she said it was actually she said, wow, it was really good. Like so she had me on her show and interviewed me because I did like Jenna Marbles style quick comedy clips.
Did she have a
So
show previously to like a YouTube channel, or was it like radio?
it was like radio
Okay,
public broadcast.
yeah.
And then I was just like, if we do a food channel, because I loved Epic Mealtime, I was obsessed with
Oh,
Epic
Epic Mealtime
Mealtime,
is great.
so good. I'm like, I want to make it funny.
Hmm.
And what's really funny is when I first started self promoting on Reddit, I got the harsh reality that it wasn't funny. People are like, this is so cringe. This dude's so cringe. But that's Reddit for you. Like,
Right.
you got to understand, Reddit is a place where it's going to be hard pressed to impress anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you ain't going on there and you ain't impressing nobody. like, but yeah, that's probably pretty much what it was. I was doing stand up for probably 3 years before healthy junk food started. So obviously, like stand up was the route I wanted to go. But there's no comedy clubs where I lived, and it was really hard to perform. So I'm like, I'll just perform in front of the camera.
So would you say your background in comedy influenced the way you were making your food videos?
1,000%, 1,000%. And a lot of the comedy came into the editing, to be honest.
Were there any particular moments or experiences that shaped your decision to focus on the recreations or your fast food hacks that you guys used to do?
Yeah, I think the reason like it all started was because I was eating a lot of that stuff. And I think when anyone gets into a relationship, I think this is very relatable. I think if any bachelor dude gets into a relationship with a girl, the girl's usually like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're not gonna be eating like Burger King every day, you know? And then it just organically made sense to make some of the recipes be the fast food stuff. But there is a misconception out there. It didn't start with fast food remakes. It just started with like food that I liked. So like the first one was potato skins, and then the next one was this super like a 7 layer taco dip that I made look like a Super Bowl field.
oh, yeah,
And I really wanted that to go viral. I'm like, oh, that's so no one's doing this. I was trying to be creative with food and trying to make what I like to eat and done in a more creative way. And I'm like, what if you just pop 7 layer taco dip bites? You know what I mean? Like scoops, you know, like those Tostito scoops. I don't want to be scooping in there and double dipping at a Super Bowl party. And Super Bowl is happening during time. I just want to pop
absolutely.
those suckers in my mouth.
I think my first video I ever saw of yours was the Big Mac video where you
Yep,
guys
that's so
recreated the Big
early.
Mac.
So early, yeah.
And then I didn't start like watching regularly until you did the video with Damn Drops. And I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm already subscribed to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dame was a huge part of me getting a whole audience. Like I had my own little audience, but he gave me a whole new audience.
Being with Team Damn, you guys still talking? You guys still doing stuff? How's that relationship like?
He actually texted me the other day when I reposted a memory of hitting 10,000 subscribers on Facebook. And I basically said, like, I'm doing it all over again. And the grind is fun. The journey's fun. The growth is fun. And this is just a reminder that, like, it's not going to come easy and it's not going to happen right away, but
Mhm.
it's totally worth it in the end because of what you create from it. And because I'm not creating the same thing, I'm gonna get a different outcome, you
Right.
know? And then he hit me up and he basically just said, like, something just supportive, you know?
How did you decide which items you were going to recreate or do hacks? Was there a strategy or criteria you had to
No,
follow?
no, that's easy. I've been doing hacks since I worked in the restaurant industry. I was working at my local restaurant, Bill Gray's in Rochester, New York, and I would go on the POS system and I would look all around and see if there's weird little add-ons I can hit in the register.
Hmm.
And one of the add-ons I found was grilled hard roll for 50 cents.
Ooh.
And what that basically is just a bun that we have to butter and grill on the grill. And then I found out that adding cheese was 15 cents, right? So I would basically start making grilled cheeses
Oh.
for for 65 cents at this restaurant. I would ring it in and then I get a discount. So it costs 30 cents
Oh man.
for a grilled cheese. And I got it because I ordered it legally, and then and no one stopped me.
Yeah.
But then everyone saw what I was doing, and then when they were not working, they all came in and they would order, "Can I get 6 of those grilled hard rolls with 6 slices of cheese?" And my boss is like, "You idiot! Like everyone's doing this. Like everyone was getting these grilled cheese sandwiches for like
You're
dirt
making us
cheap."
lose money.
Yeah, he was so mad, but he couldn't do anything about it because
Right.
he wasn't in charge of changing the machines. So basically, to answer your question, anytime I would go to like a restaurant, the first thing I would do is I would download the app and just see if there's any like weird things that I could manipulate in the app. And one of the ones I found right away for McDonald's was they didn't charge you for dipping sauces. That varies based on location. So
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if you're not charging for dipping sauces, I literally ordered 20. I found out how many I could order before they just like said you can't order anymore.
Right.
They maxed me at 20, but you
Jeez.
can't pay with for free. So I
Yeah.
found out syrup cost 10 cents. So
Oh
I
my
ordered
god.
19 sauces and then added a 10-cent syrup. And they gave me a giant bag of sauces
Oh my god.
for like 10 cents.
I would have made
I
some sweet and
love
sour
doing it.
chicken with that.
I know. I had condiments for days.
Right.
And I love doing that though. You get what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
love it
You
was
could
so
definitely
fun.
see the passion in your videos, but there was like a drop off like after a certain point. You
Yeah.
just look at some point you just looked stressed and didn't want to be there.
Nah. No, and I'm not fake. Like I'm not.
Right.
I don't go on camera. I'm like, hey guys, welcome to Healthy Junk Food. Like I'm not gonna do that.
Right. Are there any comedic influences to your comedy? Like who kind of like shapes your style?
Oh yeah, I love everybody. I love Jim Gaffigan because he's so food related.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hot pocket. Like he's already a food comic. Brian Regan, I don't know if you know him, but he's got a bit on like Pop Tarts and Fig Newtons. He's like he goes the serving size for Fig Newtons 2 cookies. He goes, who eats 2 cookies? I go, I eat them by the sleeve. I'm like a wood chipper, like Fig Newton bits popping up. It's like that. That's
I'm gonna have to
so
look him
funny,
up.
dude. His best one is when he found out the instructions on how to heat up a Pop Tart. He's so funny.
I used to watch a lot of Dave Chappelle, and I really like C Snacks. Anytime C Snacks is in the
Yeah.
area, I definitely it's like a must see. I bring the entire family
Oh,
on.
that's awesome.
Oh
Does he
yeah,
know you?
oh yeah. Anytime we see each other, it's like
Yeah.
we're gonna start talking, gonna chat. It's
Oh,
great.
that's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got to meet them out here in Vegas. It was nice.
yeah. They're the nicest people. They're
So
the
nice.
yeah.
So nice.
So anytime people have beef with them, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, yeah, because online personas are so different and
Right.
controversial material makes people divides people,
Hmm.
but people could still just be good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just good people.
Have you ever had a comedic set or idea that you didn't quite work, and how did you handle or run with it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I did a sketch back in the day. It was called The Last Big Mac, and I love the video. It's where like Julia goes to the drive-through. There's no more Big Macs left. She got the last one, so people are out to get her. And I'm like, and she trying to call me to like help her, and I'm like busy editing, so I can't hear that she's calling me. And then she like all this stuff is she gets like pretended she gets shot, and then I'm like, where's my Big Mac? And then I find out that she set the whole thing up. She's wearing a bulletproof vest and she framed me. And I never get the Big Mac, and it was a great sketch. We made a sequel that never will see the light of day, but I thought it was a really good sequel, but we just couldn't. We didn't have the budget to execute it well.
Right.
So if like on paper, it's really funny. Basically, it's like a premonition. That was a dream. So I wake up and she goes, "Hey, do you want to get a Big Mac?" I'm like, "What did you just say?" Like I basically dreamed the whole first video, and then I prevent the whole second part two. I prevent the whole thing from happening.
Oh man.
Like yeah.
And
So
you
it's
guys,
like almost
that's privated?
it was like it's in a hard drive that I
No.
never like, and it was raining outside too, so it got really dramatic and it was really fun and
What
like
made you
it's
not want to? What made you not want to upload it? You just
oh
didn't like
because
the way
like I
it came
said, like
out.
the production, like imagine like how like some movies like Star Wars are like, oh, we can't do more until we have the technology for it.
Right.
I didn't have the budget to make it come across believable. It came across like cringe,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. You're doing stand up now full time. What's that transition been for you like? Has it been hard? Has it been rewarding?
It's like another grind, just like YouTube. It's
Mhm.
I think the difference is you're out there in person.
Yeah. And you're live for everyone to see you.
Yep, and it's more vulnerable than
Yeah, because you
a
have more
little bit.
chances to make mistakes and you can't really like edit
You
that
can't
out.
edit it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no editing.
What are your kind of long-term goals for the comedic space? Do you want to do movies, television shows? Uh, what kind of projects do you want to kind of get
I
into?
I like oddly I don't it's not so much the go like I have a weird goal. And my goal is to it's not weird, it's not that weird. My goal is to document my life after this tragedy and become like get to the point a level of success with it. Doesn't have to be like super successful. Just to the point where I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm stable. I have this thing." And right now that goal is to have like a venue that's kind of in Vegas that is gonna produce shows.
Hmm.
And my idea, and this could change, you never know, because when this
Right.
goes live and what happens could change. I want to almost have comics come into this venue, workshop their new jokes, and the show is we tinker with them and get them like really good and have an audience and film it and produce it like almost like a podcast but a show. And by the end of the week, that person performs on stage, and then we see how well it does.
Right. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, like a live comedy workshop
Yeah.
because I love writing and I love like if you were to be like these are my jokes, I would love to hear them and love to see if I could pump them up. I'm not saying I could every time. I'm just saying it'd be fun to be able to
Almost,
do that.
almost like what they did, like Kings of Comedy kind of thing.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
where you're testing out the new comedians.
Yeah.
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 But the difference would be like there's no bombing, there's
Mhm.
no fear. Let's say you go up on stage and you said, a guy walked into a bar and blah blah blah. I'm like, hold up. So when he walks into a bar, what you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, 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 that's what I want. I'm like, okay, cool, keep going. You know what I mean? So there's no awkward, cringy moments because everyone knows you're workshopping.
Yeah, I get that.
And then that would be filmed and everyone would watch the method behind the writing, and then the reward would be in 3, 2, 1, showtime. Welcome to the stage, and then you see him do all the stuff we already talked about and see how it lands to the audience.
Yeah, I like that.
That's just an idea. Yeah, you guys can find me, which is ironic. My YouTube channel is called Where's JP because no one knows where the hell I am. But honestly, if you just look up the at like if you do at JP laughs,
Yeah.
you'll find me everywhere. So that's basically it. The handle's JP Laughs.
And you can have all the links will be in the description of this video, where they can find you and all that. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.